to build a 600 or 750. It's a good question. The customer wrote to me and they said, I don't want to wish I had more horsepower. I told them, you basically answered your own question. The 600 is only 600 cc's. If you need lots of horsepower, you should be looking at a much bigger displacement bike. Something that's going to give you a lot more horsepower. The 600 lends itself to being chopped a lot more easily than a 750. So I've outlined a few of the pros and cons of 600 750s. These are VT600 pros. This is just a short list in my opinion. This is not necessarily all fact. This is very, very much my opinion. The 600 pros. The monoshock suspension is easy to modify to a monostrut or a hardtail. The frame tubing is all round tubing, easy for fabrication and modifying the frame. The motor is very well made and simple to repair. It's a comfortable and nimble bike and fairly lightweight. Great usable power band with the stock gearing. It was produced for many years from 1988 to 2007, so it had a long life and parts are pretty available. Very low seat height, so if you're not a super tall dude or lady, you got them short, Chevrolet legs, then it's easy to swing a leg over that bike. It has great lines even in a stock configuration. Minimal modifications make the bike look very custom. Cons of the VT600. I know you're probably never going to hear me say shit about the VT600, but this is what I feel are negatives about the 600 if you're looking for a bike to chop. It's not great for riders with long legs. If you have long legs, the cockpit is pretty short and you may find yourself being very uncomfortable. You can solve this with forward control extensions that put your feet a little farther in front of you. Could be more comfortable for you. Depends on what you want to put into the bike. Yeah, it makes some taller folks feel like they're a monkey fucking a coconut. Another con here. Smaller displacement means you will not be carting a 300-pound dude around on that bike very fast. You are not going to get the same power. If you're a big guy or big lady, you need to ride a long distance at high speed, VT600 is probably not the greatest option. I know myself about, 5-6 years ago, 200 plus pounds, I could ride the living shit out of my 600 with a bunch of crap strapped on the sissy bar, no problem hitting 100 miles an hour. But that's not to say that, somebody else has a stock 600 and the performance would be different. Basically, if you are a bigger human being, it's not going to give you the same power and response that you probably want. Some people find the gearing inadequate. However, I like it for all-around riding. You can change the final drive gear down a few teeth and reduce the RPMs at highway speeds. However, you sacrifice low-end power. So now we're on the VT750. The VT750 Pros, again, the question here was, to build a 600 750, will I get bored with the 600? I don't want to wish I had more horsepower. So these are the 750 pros and cons. Pros: bigger displacement moves bigger riders much more easily. 5-gear transmission doesn't make much of a difference from the VT600 4 gears, but some riders will appreciate the 5th gear for highway riding. It has a bigger cockpit for taller riders with longer legs. It's a little more comfortable if you are a taller individial. A heavier bike gives it a bit more stability for long distances riding in the wind.